What is going on YouTube? If you are thinking about starting the carnivore diet and you are not really sure what to buy or what to keep in the fridge, this YouTube video is going to be for you. My name is Thomas. I'm in the fitness industry in the last 12 years, and in the last 2 months I've been playing around with the carnivore diet, and the benefits are absolutely mind-blowing. My digestion is the very best it ever been. I always feel flat. I feel light in my body. My anxieties, which I was dealing in the past, are completely gone. My energy is great, and the body and the way how my muscle reacts to this nutrition is really amazing. So if you are thinking about starting the carnivore diet, for me personally, I would definitely give you a thumbs up and a good to go. So when it comes to the groceries, the carnivore is very simple and straightforward. The only thing what would you need is a lot of animal protein and fat product, and here is the majority of the meals which I've been eating literally every single day. Before we're gonna go into these meals or these foods, I have to say that yes, a carnivore diet can be a little bit straightforward, and it can be a little bit repetitive. You know, we can eat eggs, some meat, some dairy. We have over here some snacks, but there is not a lot of options besides eating the animal products. So that being said, one thing what I would like to say as well is that the cravings for the carbs, the deeper you're gonna go into this nutrition, the cravings are gonna go away, just because also your taste buds are gonna reset. And if you are, or if you were craving some sugary treats like the cereal, maybe some cookies, you know, ice cream, after only 4 or 5 days these cravings will be gone. At least they were gone for me. So basically, these meals I'm eating literally on every single day basis, and the way how I start my day is always with a lot of water. What I do is that I pretty much get one of these gallon of water. I usually buy a distilled water just to completely without any minerals and anything like that. But what I like to do is that I just put 1 or 2 scoops of electrolytes into the water, and I also put over there 2 pinches of this Celtic salt. This Celtic salt is not really expensive. It's maybe like $9 on Amazon. And what is good about this salt, it has a lot of minerals. It also tastes a little bit different, and I really like it. So I would definitely recommend to get a Celtic salt. So first thing what I do is a lot of water, and I combine Celtic salt and electrolytes with my drink, and then I keep drinking my gallon throughout the entire day. The second thing, what I do is the coffee. I cannot give up my coffee. I can give up the donuts, I can give up the ice cream, I can give up the pizza, but I am not gonna give up the coffee, and I'm sure that if you're watching, you would understand. So what I do, I have my coffee, and I put into the coffee 1 tablespoon or 15 milliliters of this MCT oil. If you were or doing a keto, you would be familiar with the MCT oil. And yes, this is not the animal product, it's coming from the coconut, but please, I mean, everything is fine. So it doesn't really have to be everything the animal based. This is just straight up fat. There is zero carbs, there is zero sugar. So I've been starting my morning with the coffee, and I put over there 1 tablespoon of MCT oil. What it does for me is that I don't really feel hungry the first thing in the morning, and I'm able to at least get through 8 a.m., 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. without eating, and usually around 11 I have my first meal of the day, which lately I've been doing very simple. I literally fry 2 or 3 strips of bacon on the pan. I put over there 6 eggs, and once I do that, I take 1 or 2 handfuls of a cheddar cheese, and that's literally my breakfast or the first meal of the day around like 11 a.m. So we're talking about the bacon, We're talking about the eggs and we're talking about the shredded cheddar. So you might feel like, okay, it might be a little bit heavy to digest, but a great thing about the carnivore is that when you are not eating the carbs with your meal, even if it's more fatty, like the bacon, full eggs, and the cheese, you don't really feel bloated. You just feel full, energized, you feel sharp because you don't get that blood sugar spikes coming from the carbs. And for me personally, if I eat this food or breakfast, I'm able to go at least 4 or 5 hours without eating. The next thing what I do is usually next like a 4 hours or so, usually around like a 2 or 2:30, I do either ground beef where I take 1 pound of the ground beef, I make it in the pan, and that's literally my lunch. Straight up one bowl of a ground beef. Great for protein, great for fat, and no carbs whatsoever. So I keep it very simple. Literally, I just put it into the pan, let it sit, and then pretty much my lunch is good to go. When it comes to the snacks, there is, a lot of fancy snacks you can buy on a carnivore, but I keep it really simple. What I like to do is to snack on some mozzarella cheese, something like this, where it's nicely already cut down, so you can just take as many of these little strips as you need. Or for more convenience, I used to eat the protein bars. Now I have 3 or 4 of these mozzarella cheese strings, and it's a great snack. It keeps me full, satiated, and I don't feel bloated. Sometimes maybe I do something like a beef jerky. I like beef jerkies, but I have to say that the cheese a little bit sits better with me. So that's some sort of an easy snacks I've been eating on a daily basis. Then we have over here some goat cheese. Sometimes I like to cut some goat cheese. I put some feta cheese on my platter, and then I buy usually a good quality sausages. I buy something like this, klobasa. So I have one of these sausages usually as a snack if I don't eat cheese or if I don't eat the beef jerky. So as you can see so far what I'm showing you or telling you, it's all high in fat, high in protein, and no carbs. So if I would break down my daily macronutrient ratio, I'm eating around 60 to 70% fat and maybe around 30 to 40% protein. I don't consume any carbs whatsoever, and surprisingly for me, and I was a little bit scared before I went on a carnivore, I was curious about the fiber. How am I gonna feel? How my digestion is gonna be if I'm gonna be pretty much eating without a fiber? And I have to say that based on how I feel and how my digestion is, I don't really need the fiber, and it's pretty wild even to say that. So cheese, some beef sticks. Sometimes also what I like to do is then I just have some smoked salmon. Smoked salmon is great, easy, just open and good to go. When it comes to potato chips, when I was eating carbs, potato chips was something that it was hard for me to give up. Some, Pringles or Doritos, I was not eating it very often, but there was at least 2 to 3 times a week where I would have like a 2 or 3 handfuls, and at the end of the week, I would have at least 2 bags of potato chips. Now, on the carnivore, we are eating a fried pork skin. Yes, I never even knew that something like this exists. But when I first got the bag and I opened it and I tried it, let me tell you, if you haven't tried fried pork skin, you are missing out. Well, for dinner, usually what I do is I keep it super simple. I do either ground beef, something similar what I was having for a lunch, or I just make steak like this. So literally, this steak is 1.5 pound, and most likely, if I have a good day, I end up eating the whole thing. I just put the salt on it, a lot of salt, no pepper, and I just have that as the dinner. And usually, I go to sleep between 9:30 to 10 p.m. And when I have some sort of a craving for some snack, I just have a 1 cup of this organic kefir. I have that as the last meal of the day where there is a lot of probiotics. It improves the digestion. So in the morning when I wake up, I don't feel constipated and I'm ready to go to use the restroom, especially after I have my coffee with this coconut oil or MCT oil in the morning. It just helps with the bowel movement and I just feel good. So basically, my day-to-day nutrition looks very similar like this. Sometimes I have a ribeye, sometimes I have, let's just say, some New York strip, sometimes I have some sausage, sometimes I have a pork, but everything is based on the animal protein. I wanted to keep this YouTube video very short just to tell you guys what I keep in the fridge. I feel the very best I felt. My energy is good, my muscle feels amazing, my anxiety is gone. And if you are thinking about the carnivore and give it a shot, feel free to comment down below. If you have any questions, I will gladly answer. And for me personally, I have to say that this lifestyle is something that I'm gonna really make a significant effort to be consistent and just stay with that. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Thomas and I'm really excited to see you on the next video where we're gonna be exploring more the world of carnivore and we're gonna a little bit dive deeper into full day of eating, grocery haul, some training, mindset and stuff like that. So thank you very much for watching.